Today I'm going to take you through a 20-minute dumbbell tricep workout to build muscle and strength. You do as a follow along with me using just 1 or 2 pairs of dumbbells. I'll be using 10 kilos, that's about 22 pounds per dumbbell, but you need to choose a way that you can skull crush it for about 12 reps. And then I'm just going to stick with 1 pair today, but you could have another slightly heavier pair and you want to choose a weight that you could behind head tricep extension with one of those dumbbells for about 12 reps. Let's kick this off though with a brief warm-up consisting of 3 movements, 40 seconds each for 1 round. Let's get the shoulders opened out with an angel mobility. So hands start behind your back, pull the elbows together, reach down, draw that angel wing arc, hands behind the head, drop the chin, close the elbows, open, reach up, draw that angel wing round, up the center of the back, elbows forwards, pull the elbows together, reach down and repeat. Okay, over under reaches, so 1 reaches over the top, 1 reaches under. Obviously you don't have to do this kneeling, you can do this whole thing standing up. I'm just doing it kneeling because it fits better into the camera shot. The third and final warm-up exercise, we'll be taking 1 single dumbbell, so not too heavy. I'm going to do a skull crusher with it. It should be fairly light, we're still warming up. So just take 1 of your 2 dumbbells, hold it on the sides, and we're just going for a skull crusher, getting the elbows warmed up, slowly lowering that handle towards the forehead, and then extending at the elbow. Repping fairly quick so we can get some reps in. Don't bash yourself in the head like I just did. All right, let's get into the main workout. So we've got 5 exercises, doing 40 seconds on with a 30-second transition. I'm going to do it for 3 rounds in total, all with a heavy emphasis on the tricep. First one is actually going to be a bodyweight exercise. We're going to do a close grip push-up. You can do kneeling if you prefer, or you could do negative only, but hands are going to be just inside shoulder width. Don't need to be any closer than that. Elbows pull in towards the pockets, pushing back to the top. Make sure your hips and chest are coming down together and up together in sync. Keep the elbows tucked in tight. All right, grab your dumbbells. We're going to do a variation on a skull crusher, or otherwise known as a lying tricep extension. You're going to start with a neutral grip at the top, but then you're going to rotate into a reverse grip as you come down into the rep, turning your palms towards your face. Make sure you fix the upper arm, still just hinging at the elbow. Try not to flare the elbows out too wide. Okay, this next one, you might want to grab a slightly heavier pair of dumbbells if you've got some available. But we're going to do a crush grip press. So basically you're going to have dumbbells, you're going to jam them together. This works best with hexagonal dumbbells, but it can be done with the circular ones as well. We're going to maintain contact with the dumbbells whilst doing a floor press, keeping the elbows tucked in nice and tight to the sides. If you haven't increased the weight, we can do a nice fast rep pace to make it difficult. If you've gone up in weight, feel free to just do a more regular pace of 3 counts down, 1 to 2 counts up. I'm going to go for closer to 1 up, 1 down pace, just to burn out the triceps with these slightly lighter weights. Not feeling too easy, because they're already tired from the push-ups on those reverse grip skull crushers. All right, well done. Okay, next you probably want to move back to slightly lighter pair if you've gone up, and we're going to do a negative only skull crusher. So you're going to be staying neutral grip the whole time. That means palms facing one another. We're going to slowly lower down with an exaggerated negative. Then we're just going to drop the elbows and press it back to the top. So thinking about 5 counts down until the dumbbells gently touch the tops of your shoulder. Drop the elbow, quick press, and straight into the next rep. Drop the elbows down, quick press up to the top. So you're minimizing that transition time, spending as much time doing the negatives as possible. Finish your rep off, even if the timer goes. Okay, for this next one, you're just going to need 1 dumbbell. Again, if you have got a slightly heavier pair, not too much more, you probably want to just take 1 of those dumbbells for this half kneeling overhead tricep extension. You can do it standing as well if you prefer. We're just going to take 1 dumbbell, drop it nice and deep behind the head. Doesn't matter which knee you've got on the mat. All right, there's 1 round done. We've got 3 rounds in total for this. So there's 1 down, 2 to go. If you found that too easy, just go up in weight. If you found it too hard, come down in weight. I thought that might be a bit easy, and it was. Actually did work fine just using 1 pair of dumbbells there if you haven't got options. Okay, let's get ready for those narrow grip push-ups. Remember, you can do kneeling or just negative only reps if you want. Maybe you want to do a few full push-ups and then finish the interval doing one of the easier variations, whether that's negative and then reset off the knees, or just kneeling the whole time. got those reverse grip skull crushers, starting neutral at the top, but then turning your palms towards yourself as you come down into the rep, just changing the emphasis slightly. So we've got those negatives later, which keep it neutral throughout. Okay, we're going to go for that crusher press next, pressing the dumbbells together for that floor press, keeping the elbows tucked in nice and tight. This is your opportunity to use that slightly heavier pair if you've got them. Should be a slight arc to the dumbbells, so you're going to come down towards sort of the abs or the lower ribs, and then as you press, the dumbbells are going to finish more above your upper chest or your collarbone. Okay, we've got negative only skull crushers next. So staying in that neutral grip, taking about 5 seconds or 5 counts on the negative for each rep, but then just dropping the elbows, pressing up to the top nice and quick for a reset. Okay, into that half kneeling position again. Potentially an opportunity to just go one dumbbell up in weight, but I was feeling a burn even using these light ones throughout.
If you're enjoying this workout, you'll love what I've just released inside the TPT studio
my 4-day Superset Split follow-along program. Now, these 7-day split workouts are great for quick, focused sessions, but when I'm training myself, most of the time I follow a 4-day rotation built on supersets. Supersets means that while one muscle rests, another works, so you can lift heavier without the need for longer rests, getting more done in less time. It's made up of 4 efficient 30-minute workouts that you can do week after week, or even on a rolling rotation if you want to train more often. You can start today. Just follow the link in this video's description after your workout to join the TPT studio. It's really keeping the elbows tucked in will exaggerate the triceps just as much as having that closer hand position. Onto the reverse grip skull crusher. Crusher press next. So if you've got heavier weights, you can use them. If you haven't, maybe just go for a 1-to-1 tempo, as in 1 count up, 1 count down, slightly faster reps. Usually I'd lift with a slightly slower eccentric. If you've got lightweight, sometimes just doing more reps and get muscles fired up. Negative only skull crushers, focusing on the slow eccentric lengthening phase. Get onto the single dumbbell overhead tricep extension. This is going to finish off the workout. And that's the workout complete. If you're ready to finish, here's a cool down stretch you can do right now. If you want to keep working out with me, here's another workout you can try. Check out the TPT Studio for exclusive dumbbell series that you won't find on YouTube, and I'll see you for one of those.